the ones that are succeeding are also quickly approaching burnout. Welcome to Coach Grid. Coach Grid is where we make coaches profitable. Today, I'm here again with Kirsten Davis, and we are talking about coaching and how to maximize your time and your attention as a coach. I think that's one of the first things that we really run up against in conversing with coaches is the ones that are succeeding are also really quickly approaching burnout and approaching this thing of like, I don't have enough time to do the things that I want to do. Now there's the flip side that we work with as well, where it's coaches that are brand new, have no clients and nothing, but very quickly we're able to take them to this other side. And want to talk about how as a coach, you're able to maximize who you are, your gifts, your talents, without burning yourself out, without having to put in 80 or 90 hour weeks to the work that you're doing, and a few different things that work in that space. Now, the first thing that we're going to talk about is one of the ones that I think people are kind of getting burnt out on this topic, and that's AI. And of course, AI is prevalent in so much of what's happening in the world today. And as a coach, for myself, when AI first came out, I was like, oh man, is this going to replace coaching, right? For what it does. There's a way to utilize AI as a coach to really actually maximize your time.
Yeah.
So can you talk a little bit about the idea of creating kind of an AI coach in your voice, in your brand?
Yeah. So this is something I've been really obsessed with lately because one, like it can help you get some of your time back answering the easier questions that could be answered by an AI version of you, but also it makes your coaching accessible to people that can't afford it yet or that need a little bit more work to get to the level of client that you want to be working with. It's a good place to send them that's still within your business. So what I really love is doing just a deep dive into a coach's psyche and what they actually believe and how they coach and why they're a little bit different, and just gathering all that data. And I don't put it into anything else. It's just for their project, but then translating that into a model that's integrated into an app that their clients can go and actually feel like it's them interacting with them.
One of the things that drives me nuts about like ChatGPT is it tends to lean towards this like yes man quality where I can come up with a horrible idea and I'd be like, yeah, Joe, that was brilliant. Let's do more of that. And I've done that before even to test it with things that I know are bad ideas and it will still affirm that I'm going down the right path.
Yeah.
So if you're building something for a coach, obviously you want to make sure that your clientele is protected and that it's fairly representing you. What are you able to do to kind of negate some of that?
Yeah, it's a lot of refinement. And I mean, AI learns off of data. And so when you can give it really specialized data on top of it, what it already knows, which kind of leans towards that yes, it's funny, it's trained on people. And so we like to be affirmed. And so it's kind of learned, oh, this is, what people want, but it's not always what they need, especially with coaching. And so what we can do is we can go in and build in, just hundreds of question response and tell it, this is a good response, this is a bad response. And as the data set gets more and more refined, the way that model is going to interact with your client gets more and more refined.
Beautiful. And if I'm a coach and I'm wanting to work with you on doing this, I'm not doing this. You're doing this, right? Like you're giving me the questions and I'm answering the questions and then you're plugging all of that in to refine it.
Yeah.
To where it sounds like me.
Yeah. I'm just asking you everything that I need to know and you're just telling me. You're seeing a lot of answers.
Right.
And people usually love it because it's what they're excited about. It's what they're passionate about. And it's so cool to be able to see that translated into something really tangible.
For me, it was a good experience and a good practice because I'm generally the test dummy for a lot of the new things that we innovate on.
Yeah.
And when you were doing this with me, I had to think like, oh, why do I do that way? Or why do I think the way that I think about this thing? And it helped me get even more clear about why I coach the way that I coach and why I am the way that I am just in general. So that was a really empowering experience for me.
And it's been a pretty common experience that the AI side, the AI coach side, but also just the custom app in general, they marry really well together because you have, you're putting all this out into my brain, and I'm a systems person. That's 100% my zone of genius. I see how everything fits together. I see how to organize them. And then I see how to innovate once we have the structure. I'm like, okay, now this would fit perfectly right here. And it's not being done, but I know how to build it because my brain is a computer. It's also why you handle all of our human interactions, because my brain is a computer. But it's cool because so you have the AI coach, and then it can say, depending on what your client's asking for, it can say, hey, you know what, this course or this tool is a really good fit. And we have all of that built in to just work really seamlessly together.
So I love the idea of having this AI coach for the men that I'm working with. So oftentimes, rather than dropping me a text, they're able to go there and get the insight that they need until the next time that we meet. And that frees up a lot of my time.
Yeah.
And then obviously the app that we've developed is massively impactful because they're able to go interact with courses or challenges or other men from the group that I run. And that again frees up a lot of my time. The other thing that I've really loved is all the stuff that runs in the background. And this isn't pertinent specifically to a custom app or even to AI.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I think really drain a coach without them recognizing that it's draining them is the amount of times they'll spend on Canva or whatever software they're using, trying to get the format of this picture just right, or trying to figure out why their clients can schedule them at 2 a.m. on their calendar integration app, or why the payment isn't working on this thing anymore either. So there's so much that runs in the background that you build that alleviates so much time.
Again, that's where the custom side is really, really nice. An example is people that with their clients need to give feedback on something and go back and forth. That's a really awesome thing to be able to have a customized system built to do that right where everything else is housed. So like content creation, for example, Canva is what made me think of it. If your client says, hey, I wrote this copy, what do you think? You can just immediately send it back in app and then hop on your call, you can hop on a live stream or whatever makes sense.
So the idea here is for anybody watching this that's a coach, start looking at where you're spending your time. Because as we meet with different coaches, and I'm not profitable. I'm not picking up enough clients. All right, where are you putting your time? Well, I'm spending 3 to 4 hours a day in content creation, which we have solutions to help with a lot of that. I'm spending 2 hours a day fighting with my software. And then once I have my clients, I have clients that want more of my time. They want more of who I am. And if you don't have things in place where you can refer them, they'll take as much of your time as you're willing to give them, which I'm, again, speaking from unfortunate experience here, where I've had clients paying me much less than I charge now, and they want 3 hours out of my day every day. And if I'm not clear on the boundaries and I'm not clear on what I've dialed in for them, I'm going to lose that time. And that's time where I can't be helping other people as well. So watching this today, how are you spending your time? Where are you allocating that? Would it be better served in your zone of genius, in the thing that you do really well? And if so, go to coachgrid.com. Let's set up an appointment and let us take all the other stuff off your plate so you can go be brilliant.